Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to take another look at the Photo Day Zombies Zombimation app. Okay, so if you tuned in last time, you got our first look at the application that we have written that is going to allow you to really streamline your PixNub automation CSV development process. When you create your CSVs right now, you know how in-depth it can be. So if you're just taking your normal CSV, let's take a look at it right here. So if you're taking your normal CSV and you want to create this into a automation run, then we know that we're going to, let's just copy all this. We'll go over here into another one and let's just go ahead and change a few of these. So we know this has to be spa. Okay, we got our first name, we have our last name, we got our buddies, which I use. We have our group, which is also your, we'll say, team name, teacher access code, all of that. But you're also going to need, we'll insert another one over here at the end. And we'll just call it the template file. So if we wanted to add a template file here, we know that it's going to be that. I have to copy this, drag it all the way down, paste that, and then I know I want to run a post action 1. And for team red, let's run a send red. Okay, that's just going to be for the reds. The reds. I got a blank here, not sure what happened there, but these guys are reds. And then also, I need this one to be black, so let's change this. But as you can see, we're doing all of this work for a single template. Now, if I don't know about you, but I run multiple templates for my automation runs. I don't just run a 4-5 vertical. I'll run a 4-5 vertical with text. I'll run a 4-5 vertical without text. I do buttons with and without text. I will do a memory mate, and then I can run 2x3 banners. I can run everything, right? I can run all of those in one. But if I want to do it the way I enjoy doing it, like I want to give it that little bit of a personal touch, can I run an entire job using the same template, same colors, and it just hope it works for every team? Sure. But does it look better when the text matches the jersey, or it just overall flows better with the color sets? Yes. So I tend to run actions with my color sets. And in doing so, I give myself a lot of extra work on the front end in order to get the final appearance that I want and what I deliver to the parents or the players. And I'm still just working on the very first one here. Like instead of this in red here, I got white. But then like, okay, let's say I did all of these, right? So now if I want to do, let's just get rid of this guy. I don't know what happened there. Bad data. Let's just say we are good with all of this. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste another one. But I know these are going to be my no text. Oh, well, if I want it to be no text, that means I need a different append file name, right? So this is going to be my 4-5Ts. I'm going to copy that all the way down here. Oh, where's my break? Where's my break? I know I gave myself a break in here somewhere. There it is. Yep. Paste that in. Then I'm going to go down to the bottom. And these are going to be my underscore 45 NTs, right? Because you can't have, I mean, you can have the same file names. It'll just depend. Underscore 45T1, right? Or 2, I actually think it is. But so these are my NTs. Well, I want my NTs to also have those actions to change the colors. But then I need a second post action, right? So let's insert another post action here. So we have post action 2. So down here, I got to come down and do, hey, where's my break? There it is. Ascend no text, because I have a text that can hide all the layers that I don't want to do. Now, Pixnub does have up to 5 hide layers, which you can put in your CSVs. I included that, and we're going to show you that. But I don't do it that way. Okay. For those who do it, I've allowed you to utilize that concept within your CSV development process. If you just want to use a post action, just like you do here, I've allowed you to do that as well. But you can see just how long have I been talking now, and I haven't even finished. I half finished one, not even half, and then I'm still doing the second one. I've still got to do my memory mates. My memory mates, I have my post actions to handle all of my colors there. Then I have to do all the image names for the team images. I still have to update my template file name, but there's a lot that goes into creating a CSV and having it run in one automation run. If you want to run multiple, or even if you want to run one, you can see how much work it can be. And that's not if I'm having my player 2 file or my player 3 file. Trying to figure out, okay, well, if for this player, if I want to do the player 2 image and I want it to be the last image, it's going to be this one. So I need to create a player 2 file and then put this image in, all of that for that one player. That can be a lot. And that's okay if you have one team. Maybe we'll say even with football, like up to 45, 50 players, like that's still a lot of work, but it's doable. Do I want to sit there and do it? No, not really. I've done it before. I'm not a fan if you're doing a really complex CSVs to ensure you give them the best product available. So it's a lot of work. Let's just start with that. Okay, so let's talk about what this app is going to be able to do. First thing we want to do is pull in the data that we were just looking at. Now you can see here that we have our groups. This area up here you'll see is I call it select an action list because initially I created it just for the actions. I'll update this. Really, this is a team settings list that is going to be used for your CSVs. As I haven't done or created a team settings group yet or list yet, I'm going to generate one, which you have a nice little button here that's going to create one for you. So team settings. So let's look at that team settings CSV. So as you can see here, I'll zoom in so you can see everything that it's asking for. You have our groups. And then what template file do you want to apply these settings to? Team file if you need a pre-action 1. So your pre-actions, your post-actions, and your spa text, as well as your hide layers and your show layers. So you have 3 hide layers, 3 show layers. I mentioned 5 earlier. It's only 3 as of now. If Damon changes the number of layers, I will push an update out for this application so that it will reflect. All of these columns that you see here are actually used in the automation process. So let's go over how this works. Okay. We saw how much work it was to add things to our previous CSV. what we're going to do is, as we're building our templates, as we're building those template actions, and we're trying to figure out what needs to run for that, we're going to be updating this particular spreadsheet. Okay. So let's start with the 4-5 vertical. So I know that for this is my 4-5T. I know I need a post action of ascend red. And this one is going to be ascend black. This is going to be ascend white. And this is going to be ascend gray. And that's all I have to do for this particular template. But I also know that I want to run a memory mate. Okay. So I'm going to paste this. And I'm just going to put in this 4-5 memory mate here. Now, here's where I can double check these to make sure they're good. 9 times out of 10, yes, my memory mates will be fine. But should they not be, then what I can do is I can append, but typically I'll put underscore mm for that action. So I know for that action, it's going to be like that. My group file, my team file, is going to default to my group name.jpg. Now, if you don't put anything here, it will still default to group.jpg. But this file overrides anything else on the other form. Okay, so if I put anything here, but I've uploaded a list, this list is going to override what you put down there. So let's say I want this to be red. We'll say team memory mate.jpg, right? And then black. Perfect. That's how I want my naming to be for the sake of this particular demo. So from there, let's also do the vertical buddies. I know my buddies are going to be the same as my 4-5Ts, but I have a different template name. Okay, so we're going to do that. Boom. So I've saved that off. Close that out. Now I'm going to load that team settings in here. If you want to look at your group action listing, here's everything we just put in there. Okay. Okay, so now that we have that uploaded, let's go ahead and add our templates. So the name's going to be demo league. We are going to do our 4-5 vertical. So 4-5T. Nothing else is needed for this one. Then next I want to do the memory mate. I know this is a memory mate, so I'm going to click on this. When you have this, it's going to default and add your team file that's in there. So let's go ahead and add that. And then I also want the vertical buddy. I only want to apply this to my buddy images. And again, the buddy images are going to be listed right here, annotated in the buddy column. All right, so now I want to preview everything. So now you saw how long it took us, and we didn't finish, but you saw me struggling to create the initial CSV by hand. Now all we did was open our team settings that we saw before, uploaded that in here, selected our templates, and what it did is it matched them up. It says, okay, for this group, for this template, are there any settings that have been predefined in our team settings CSV? If there is, it pulls in the information for that template. So we have all of our reds, our blacks, that's all in here. Okay. And then if we go to our team files, as you saw here, those are all in there as well. So by pre-filling that CSV, the team settings, you're actually going to be saving a substantial amount of time on the back end whenever you're creating your Pixnub automation CSV. In the previous video, you also saw that you're able to create a full run, which is going to be your entire run, as well as a test version, which only has one row for each group for each template, so that you can test everything first to ensure that your CSV is filled out properly. If you run your test CSV and it has no issues, you don't have to change any of the settings, then you can move into running your full run with a fair amount of confidence. Now, if you run into any issues during your full run automation, 99 times out of 10, 100, 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, you're going to probably have issues that have nothing to do with your CSV. This application will not fix your facial recognition issues that you're having because your football players are having, their helmets on with the reflective lenses on them, so it can't find a face. Or it's not working because your GPU is, your Photoshop is not set up to use your GPU, your graphics processor, and that's a requirement for running facial recognition. But any of those issues you run into don't have anything to do with your CSV. You will save a ton of time by doing this, and I use this daily. Photo Day Zombies, we edit for other photographers. We just finished up a job this morning. I uploaded everything, but from start to finish, when we got the images to when we uploaded, it was between 48 and 72 hours. We delivered over 3,000 images back to the client, and we're able to just knock these things out. And one thing that helped us is this application. I no longer have to spend anywhere from 20 to 30 to 60 minutes filling out a full run CSV and then going through and selecting what I need for my test run CSV. This does it all for me. So we use it daily. It is definitely tested. Yes, it's still in the alpha phase, but it is available now to Windows users. We hope to have everything converted over to Mac before SPAC 2025. If you want to use it, definitely reach out. Right now, it's manual setup, manual sign up. I have my email. Check below in the description. Shoot me an email. Let me know you're interested. I'll work with you directly to get you all set up. If you run into any issues, I will likely fix them same day. This is my baby. I love using it. I feel that it has more features that I haven't even touched on. I haven't even touched on the player 2, player 3 file yet. And then if you look over to the left, we got the job prep, we got buddy finder. There's more, and I have other options that are actually hidden that have to do with in tagged and Q code workflows. So there's a lot more features that I've already integrated, but before I release them out, they need to be fine-tuned. CSV Builder is so far working perfectly. I haven't had any issues. Looking for other testers, so definitely let me know. Reach out. We have our Discord community just started. It is also in its infancy, but just like the Pixnub community helps each other, that's exactly what I'm looking to do to help all of our volume photographers succeed. Look forward to meeting and working with every one of you. If you're coming to SPAC 2025, I will be teaching Pixnub. It is a workshop. I will be displaying each of the plugins, the major plugins. You know, there are some that only take a few minutes to really figure out, but some are a lot more in depth, especially the sports photo automation. It is a workshop. Bring your laptops. I'm going to be working with anybody who needs assistance. It is going to be on Thursday. So looking forward to see you there. Have something special for anybody who attends. And until then, happy editing and good luck. Thank you.